Let's go.
Let's go.
What it do?
What it do? My name is Gary.
My name is Priscilla.
My name is Ricky Vicious.
And
You're really going to go with
Nah,
that?
my name is Ricky, guys.
yeah,
I
we're
was
going
like,
with that.
fudge.
You can find me on Guido Creates,
At Priscilla's story.
Yeah.
At Ricky. I don't want to give my Instagram out.
He
You're
doesn't
not
want
that poppin'.
he doesn't want fans. He doesn't want the swipe up.
Yeah. We'll plug that in.
We'll go into that later. But
It's a long story.
We've been trying to figure out the name for this podcast, but it's just gonna come. Might do a poll.
oh, it's just going to come?
It's just gonna come.
Okay.
It's gonna
Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
It'll
Surprise,
come
surprise,
sooner or
right
later.
in your eyes.
Usually it comes fast, but
This one's taking a while.
it's taking a little bit.
A little bit. All right, so
Anyway, welcome to our first ever podcast. This
episode
is like-
1.
Yeah.
Pew, pew,
We've been
pew,
trying to do this
pew.
since what?
Let's go.
Since March.
Dude, since like March.
Yeah, since quarantine started.
All of
Yeah.
our equipment has collected dust. We had to deep
Yeah.
clean everything today.
Yeah.
Seriously, I had like this mic for like, when did I buy it? Like when we started
March.
talking about it,
Yep. March.
I like bought everything like right then and there. I was like, all right, fuck it. Mic, what else do I need?
You went in hard. You're like, hey, send me $200. I was like, damn, okay.
Yeah, no, because remember I was like, oh, dude, like they have the podcast,
Yep.
podcaster on sale or whatever at Best Buy, and I was like, let's jump on it.
Used
Yep.
my tax return money on that. I was like,
And then I was all hyped because I was like, I had just gotten a Mac,
This whole podcast is sponsored by Trump.
Stimulus checks.
sponsored by the stimulus check.
Yeah, I need another one. So
Yeah, we need
This
more
is not-
equipment.
This is not a
Because-
political podcast.
We need another stimulus check for the light there and the light here in a bigger room.
and
This is
matching
not a
mics.
this is not a
Matching
political
mics.
podcast,
Nah.
but
But
Hey,
We'll
it
take
came
the check.
together. It came together.
with the check.
what that check do? Nah, but yeah, we've been talking about it for a while. So
Yeah.
And finally,
finally,
we're here.
We're finally here.
Almost the
finally
end of the
here.
year, but hey.
Quarantine's almost over, so we're here.
It's been a long year. It's a lot of shit has happened in the last
A
few
whole lot.
months. A whole lot.
That's going to be each episode every month. We're going
Yeah,
to cover something that happened that month.
for sure. But anyway, we're here
Yeah.
now. So
Interview
let's
me.
start with like how we met each other. Yeah.
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 So like you can start with you and Gary, like how you met Gary, because you guys have known each other longer than I've known
Mhm.
you. Or actually, I could start with me.
Yeah,
and
you
Gary,
guys-
'cause
Yeah,
me and
we've
Gary
actually
have
known
You
each
guys-
other
the
long.
longest.
yeah.
Yeah. So me and
I'm
Gary
the newbie
met
here.
2015.
like August 2015.
Yeah.
Like August 2015, he was working at an insurance company.
We're not going to say the name.
I'm not gonna say the name, but he was working at this insurance company doing claims, and then I applied, and then I was working at a bank before that. I applied, I got this job, and then it was crazy because like I got hired, and like they just so like coincidentally they sat me like literally on the other side of
Yeah,
like
we
his
sit-
desk.
We sit in cubicles, so technically, let's just say there's a wall right here.
Pretty much how you guys are now.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's
Yeah,
just like a wall.
It's just like
Just a
yeah,
wall.
it's just like a wall, but it's like maybe like eye level
Yeah.
kind of a little bit over like eye level, and it's just like a wall. And then so he was sitting on that side, and then I got hired, and then once I got my cubicle, they sat me like right there, like on the other side. So I don't think we started talking like right away,
Nah.
but like maybe like a few weeks later, we started like talking or whatever, because we were just so close to each other. So like we can hear our conversations, and like if we can like overhear our conversations, we will laugh at stuff or whatever. And then
I could just picture you guys like, you just hear like little laughs behind
No,
the
the,
wall.
the thing is, I had been working there for 4 months, so I kind of had already a routine, and so he just started. So every time he had a different friend as well, right next to him, and they would always pop their head up to ask me questions, and then yeah, that's how we started talking, and then we would go out to lunch, and yeah, from there.
yeah. So after a while,
Became the
we just
fuckery
like
of
we
the
started
office.
talking, and then we just like from there, like it was just like
it was love at first sight.
yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah. So we just developed this relationship, and then from there, like
Yeah,
Ooh.
3 months in, 3 months in, they sat his ass on the other side of the office because they couldn't handle us.
because we were always like talking or like we'll like.
Traviesos.
No, we would just like pop up. We would just like pop up where I see it. Like I'll talk to him, and then I'll sit down, and then like something will happen. He'll pop up. He'll like tell
You
me
look
stuff.
like little moles.
So
Yeah.
you'll just see like in the office, you'll just see like,
Yeah,
like
pretty much, pretty much.
And then yeah, and then we just like we used to go on missions. Like we should take like 30-minute
Yep.
breaks. Anybody from?
Yeah,
anybody
yeah,
from
we
that
can't get into we can't get
Well,
in
he
super
doesn't work there
details because I
anymore.
don't work there anymore, but he still
I
does.
still need that paper.
We're not
you
gonna
know?
disclose.
Yeah,
those
we're not gonna
facts.
disclose all the things that have gone in there.
But like, normally
yeah.
you have a 15-minute breaks.
Yeah.
But
That's
me and
it?
Gary, like our
Have an
15-minute
hour.
our 15-minute breaks, we used to go get breakfast or whatever. It used to turn into like 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, my trick was to go ask all the supervisors if they wanted something. So I just needed one supervisor to say yes. So as soon as one said yes, I was like, hell yeah, 30
Yeah.
minute, 45.
I'm like, do you guys want Starbucks? And then like
Yeah.
somebody said yeah. It's like, all right, you have an excuse because
Yep.
like, oh no, like
The
I want to go.
supervisor approved it.
Yeah, somebody asked you, hey, where were you? Oh, I want to go get coffee, but so and so wanted one too,
Yeah.
or whatever. But yeah, that's how basically we met, and then once he quit, we still just kept in contact, and then
Yeah.
been cool.
Because it was like 2 years in, and then I was in the process of possibly buying a house. I was thinking about doing that whole process, and then I said, "Hell no, I cannot be stuck here for 30 years paying this shit off." I was like, "I am not a lifer." So all the down payment money that I had, I said, "Okay, I'm just gonna go travel for 4 months." So that's what I did. I traveled through Central America. I came back. I look like the half of me because I went in starvation mode.
I remember the first time you came back, I was like, damn.
Who's that?
Who that?
Who that?
Who that?
Yeah. So he was still working there, and yeah, after a while, I graduated with your sister, and I know you had a project, so
Mhm.
that's how pretty much. I don't know how that came about, where you hit me up.
Oh, so
so-
I like met you right after you came back from your trip?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Dang. That was a while ago.
Mhm.
Not really. It was last year.
No, it was a little bit more.
No, it
than
was
that.
last year in like April.
Really?
Yeah. No, a little before. I remember I DM'd you because my sister had mentioned like, oh, I have a friend who does like videos and stuff like that, and we needed someone to work for a project. So I hit him up and I was like, hey, I'm working for a low-key company. Can't say because I signed an NDA, so I'm professional like that.
This fool.
And it didn't end up working out, but we just like kept in contact through Instagram.
Mhm.
And then I think it was after I came back from my Cancun trip last year. We ended up like hanging out. We went to go get ramen with my sister because you guys had been trying to hang out for a while too.
Yeah. So we started hanging out, and then we come to find out they had Disneyland passes. So I was like, I
Yeah.
need someone to go. I had one, and then that's how we started hanging out. Mostly it was
Like,
on weekends.
Literally like every week.
Yeah. Every
we would
weekend.
go eat.
Every Sunday we would be in line like 9 p.m. and be like, we're start our diet tomorrow.
Yeah. I think
Sounds like us for the last like
Since-
5 years.
I was
Since-
so good. Like I had a good weight loss, and then ever since we started hanging
Yeah.
out, the pounds kept adding.
Yeah.
Just like
And then
ramen.
for my sister's birthday, she had a party. I invited you. I invited you and your sister.
Mm-hmm.
This
That's
was
how-
December. Oh, this was December of 2019.
Yeah.
Right?
Just
Last
it's
year.
about to be a year. We're gonna
It's-
have our friend anniversary.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Ricky.
like, it's like almost
almost
like,
a year.
Almost a
yeah,
year.
in December. That's when I met. Yeah, we were all like Gary invited me. I didn't know Priscilla at that
Nope.
point. All
No.
I basically knew was you, and I maybe met your sister like once before that.
Yeah, yeah.
And
You were all quiet too. I was like,
yeah, because I only
So-
knew Gary. Like
Yeah.
I knew Gary, and I knew like I met like your
My cousins.
cousins like a couple, like
Yeah.
maybe once or twice
Mhm.
before that, but I really only knew like Gary. So
Yeah.
at the party, yeah, I was like basically I was talking to like your cousins and like
Uh-huh.
your sister's friends or
I was all
whatever.
peda. So I came up to you and I was like, hey, you're Gary's friend.
No, you know what's
Like-
funny too? Like what the party like I got here maybe like around 8 or
Uh-huh.
9 or something like that, and I didn't really talk to Priscilla until like it was almost like midnight.
It was almost
maybe.
over.
Yeah, it was already like almost over.
Yeah.
Because she was always like on the other side.
It's because I
was in
started
the kitchen.
drinking and I started dancing like crazy. And then
Yeah.
that's when we were starting to record each other on Snapchat.
Yeah.
And then that's when you guys probably exchanged like screen
Oh
names.
yeah, I remember I got your Snapchat.
Oh yeah. That's how I started.
And
Because I
then-
was recording you guys then,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Oh, like I think you told me like to send you."
I was
send
like,
it to
oh,
you.
send me the videos.
Yeah,
And then you sent it through Snapchat.
Yeah, because I wasn't gonna ask for your number. I wasn't planning on like friending you and shit.
Screw you, dude. You're the one who started hitting me up. Literally
What
the next
the
day.
fuck?
Literally the next
No,
day.
oh no, I know.
He snapped me like cans coming out of his car. He was going to play golf.
No, yeah, because I remember. No, I messaged you because I think I asked
Dude,
you like
you
how was your
snapped
hangover, because
me.
she was like faded.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
hell.
she was faded.
I ended up throwing up that night.
Yeah, and
But-
then so I asked you like, oh, like how's your hangover or
Nothing
whatever.
new. Nothing new.
And I remember I played golf that next morning. I remember like in
Yeah,
Corona or some shit.
your brother came and picked you up like around 3 a.m.
Yeah, some shit like that.
We got tacos at 2.
Oh yeah.
While my parents were doing their karaoke by
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah. We ordered tacos, and she wasn't even here at that
No.
point anymore.
I left.
Her
My
sister dragged her out.
Yeah,
Yeah, you were even like, well, I'll give you a ride home, but I was like, I don't even know you, dude. You're gonna take me
nah,
home?
because obviously Steph was like, she wanted to leave or
Yeah,
whatever, and then she
didn't.
didn't want to leave because
Did
the party was still going on, the DJ was still here and everything. So I was just like, oh, like what, like
I
I'll
still
take you
wanted
home,
to
like it's not a big
pelear.
deal
Yeah.
or whatever.
I think the party would have
Which is
still
still
been
kind of
going.
weird. I shouldn't have. That was like the first time I ever like met you. But I was just like, oh, like one of us will take you home. That's what I meant by that.
Dig, we're at his house, so it would have been you.
It would have been one of us.
How is he gonna take me home?
And just obviously it wouldn't have
ridiculous.
been him because he was like fucked up too.
Pedo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
But either way, yeah, you hit me up first after freaking cans pouring out of your car,
Dude,
like
yeah.
straight
Oh,
up.
fucking yeah.
You're
it
like
was lit.
alcoholic much?
Yeah.
And I was like,
it was
straight
lit.
up, dude.
But
And then
yeah,
after
that was how
the
we
rest
met.
is history.
The rest is history. After that, we just like kind of like it took
We-
us a while. I think for us to actually do something and go out.
I think our first like
Maybe
Was
like
it
a
golf?
couple
outing was
months.
no.
Like this year,
Our
like
first outing, yeah, it was this year.
like maybe like February, dude. Around
We
that
went
time.
to Disney.
Like around February.
Yeah, we went to Disneyland together. That was
Yeah.
the first
Yeah.
outing.
And we like I didn't really go out with her like with us
Yeah.
until like maybe February.
Yeah.
Around that time.
Yeah.
When we
Yeah,
were going
'cause I was
because we went to
leaving Japan.
Disneyland together
No,
one
it-
time
It was like the end of January
around there.
because in February we took like that random trip. It was on Valentine's Day to
Yeah, we
Joshua
went to
Tree.
Joshua
Oh
Tree.
yeah. Yeah. So it was like maybe like in January.
So Ricky had never been to Joshua Tree.
Yeah, I'd never been to Joshua.
That was
Tree.
only my
So-
second time.
So it was Valentine's Day.
Literally.
Yeah.
We were
Priscilla
trying to
showed
figure
up,
out what to do.
and we were gonna
we met up here.
Yeah.
Wait, were we supposed to go to Disneyland that day? No, because
No. We were gonna go. We were trying to find things to do, but we're like, dude, everything's gonna be packed because it's
we
Valentine's.
couldn't go eat
Day.
anywhere because
Yeah.
we knew like it was Valentine's Day. So
And we were trying to do-
And then we were
Remember, I
gonna do
was like-
virtual golf.
Let's go
Oh,
on
yeah.
the water bikes.
No,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Then we were just
You're
like,
like,
dude,
it's
let's just
freaking
go
cold.
to let's just go to Vegas. Fuck it, turn around
Oh
trip.
yeah.
Oh,
And
because
then-
we were gonna go to Top Golf.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were gonna try to go Vegas, which would have been probably the best.
yeah.
But we
decision
ended
to
up.
do.
And then it wasn't until like it was probably like already almost 9, and we're like, dude, let's
Yeah.
just go to Joshua Tree.
Yeah, and we're like down.
I was like, damn. I was like, you have like your camping.
Yeah, I
stuff?
have my
I had
camping
extra
stuff.
tights.
I had
had stuff in
I
my
just
car.
so happened to have like an extra jacket in my car. Oh no,
It
did we
was-
stop
it
at my
was
house?
cold.
No.
No.
No, right?
We went to Ralph's after. Got
Yeah,
some.
yeah. We got
Literally
some
took
snacks.
us like 4 hours to
Yeah.
get in.
We were on the road. We were on the road for like on our way to Joshua Tree, probably like almost 11.
Yeah.
We
was
got
late.
into the park by like 12.
Yeah. Until
Oh
What
shoot!
happened?
Remember when we were walking?
Bro, okay.
We were like driving in.
All right. So, dude, this shit was like out of a fucking horror movie, bro. So, like, we were
Oh my
driving,
God.
and mind you, it's a dark ass road.
yeah.
Right? There's no like street lights, really, like barely any lighting. Like, there's no like park troopers around that time.
Rangers.
It was dark as hell, right? And then like we're maybe like a mile into the, not even, maybe less than a mile into the
Yeah,
road.
because it takes almost like 2 miles from the main road. to
It
go
wasn't
into
even the
park.
curvy section
No,
yet.
nope.
It was still
It
like
was
the
still
straight
straight,
section.
Yeah.
And we're driving in.
Residential.
No, everything's normal. We're driving in, fucking playing our music, whatever. And then out of nowhere, you just see this dude, like, he looked like from the movie
But
Us,
first,
right?
the car swerved, and we're like, bro.
Oh,
why is
yeah.
that
There
car
was like this random car that
swerving?
just like swerved and
Into
like
our lane.
into our lane, almost hit us or
We're
whatever.
like, dig, chill.
Yeah, and we're like, what the hell? But we didn't think anything of it. And then we drove a little bit more, and then there's this it looked like a guy.
Yeah, yeah.
It
It
was
looked like a guy.
Straight
but
from us.
from the movie Us. If you've never seen the movie Us, like go watch it and like will look like one of those characters.
Just look at the
He was just
poster.
like,
Just look at the poster. It was like one of those like it would look like he came out of that movie, And he was just that like sitting like Indian style in the middle of the road. Like it's a
he was like this, like,
tilting his head like this.
he was like that and like like doing that the whole time.
smiling creepy as
But like
hell.
like it's a one lane in each direction and like he's sitting like literally
Right in the
middle.
middle.
Right in the middle.
And he's just like looking at like people's headlights and like doing like that hand movement
Like,
the whole time, dude. And we're just like, I think I saw him first. I was like, what the hell's going on? And he was like, this guy slowed down. Like, what the
I
hell?
was like,
I
what?
was like, for sure, you made eye contact with him. I was like, dude,
Oh,
you're
I did.
possessed. Like,
I think he took my soul that day.
Dude,
Because
and
I was
just
freaked
like-
out the whole night.
And then so we started driving. We're like kind of like in
Freaked
shock.
out, yeah.
We were like in shock. We're like,
dude,
dude, like
low-key,
what
my
should we
heart
do?
was like, I don't want to go.
Well, me
I'm
too.
scared.
I like seriously thought like I think this is a sign that we should not be here.
I was like, let's
Yeah,
go.
because we went in after, and then we turned around, go get firewood, and there wasn't any firewood.
Oh yeah,
Like
Yeah, it
everything
took us
that
a
we were
while.
we
going
ended up
to,
going like
Everything
4
was just
different
not going
stores,
right.
Yeah.
like 4
Nothing.
different stores.
Nothing was going right.
Nope.
Remember we got those milkshakes that were trash.
yeah.
And the freaking place actually said
Milkshake
like
Yeah, it was like
milkshakes,
made, yeah. like a
milkshake and
milkshake.
fries or
Yeah.
something.
Some shit
Your
like
milkshakes suck ass, by the
So
way.
everything was just like everything was just like it was like all the signs were like giving to us.
I was like,
but-
get out.
Yeah, like get out,
Turn
like
back.
don't, like
Yeah.
turn back around, like don't come here. And like we didn't have a park pass, we didn't have
Nope.
any of that. We didn't have no spot.
We were gonna try to find a park. We were gonna try to find a camping spot that night.
Yeah,
We went to every campground.
Every campground.
every single.
But remember, we went inside the park, and then some guy was standing right on top of his hood
Oh shoot!
On this
Yeah.
truck.
Oh, I forgot about that on the side of the road.
on the side
yeah.
of the road, and we're like, well, and then there was a car following us the whole time.
And that was already after we seen that dude like
Yeah.
in the middle of the road. I'm
I
telling you,
forgot
like that
about
whole
that.
night was just
Yeah.
trippy. Like
And then Gary decides to turn off the freaking lights as we're driving. I was like,
was super
bro, watch the guy just
Pitch
pop
black.
up.
bro, I was so scared that I just like went to sleep, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So we're going through this whole park. The whole park is around 53 miles. But we're going into little sections where there's campgrounds. Going in there. It's already like 1 a.m.
Literally.
We're trying not to wake up people up because it was cold too.
It was cold, yeah.
And yeah,
We end up leaving and go to Mecca.
yeah. So we're just driving. And we're like, damn, we should have just gone to Vegas. Would have been in Vegas already. And yeah. Then I had a little spot that I've been
Oh my
before
God.
camping. We're like, let's go to Mecca. I'm like, fuck it.
He's like, it's like a cave and no one knows about it. The wind's not gonna come through. He's like, I have it like pinpointed.
I got a pin.
No, you didn't because we didn't find it.
We get there. What time was it? Like 4 a.m.
Dude, it was
5 in the
late.
morning.
It was
already
late.
late.
Yeah. So we're just driving, and we finally get to the spot.
Start off-roading.
Yeah, and it was not even the spot that I had a pin, because our phone just stopped connecting any service. So we're like, fuck it, let's take the car in here. And then we start looking for firewood and rocks.
Yeah.
What does Priscilla do?
No, we started. looking
we
for firewood.
started.
This motherfucker over here was just like chilling in the
Hey.
car, like in the back, like asleep.
Dude, it
bro.
was cold.
I was like, Priscilla,
was
grab
tired.
some fucking rocks, dude.
I
Like,
did.
me and Gary like picking up boulders, dude, like struggling to come back and like build
Creating a
little
whole
thing.
fire,
I
bonfire
did end up
pit.
finding some, and I put it together.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
She
I
picked,
did.
nah, he picked up maybe like 2, and they were like little pebbles, bro. Like it didn't help us at all.
Nope.
And we were like, me and you were like scrapped, like getting
Yep.
like brush and like trying to
Yep.
like,
While she
get
was sitting on
something.
the chair.
yeah.
Bro, I didn't know it was out there.
But anyway,
Nasty.
yeah, we eventually found a spot, and then
Yeah.
we were there for like maybe you were probably awake for like an hour.
Yeah.
Me and Gary were probably
Started
up for
making
like
coffee.
maybe like an hour after that.
Remember the coffee?
Yeah, we
That
made-
coffee tasted like shit.
Yeah, and fucking Priscilla was being all bougie the whole time. Like
She thought we were at Starbucks.
she's like, "You don't have creamer."
Yeah. 7 a.m. We made this
Yeah.
makeshift bonfire. in the
Mind
middle
you,
of
like
nowhere.
we're fucking made the coffee out of like the actual fire that was like from the wood and
yeah,
shit.
we had a tin can and just threw all
Yeah.
the coffee being grinded in
she's
there.
like,
No filter.
There's coffee grounds in here. Like, no shit. Like, we don't have a filter over here. But
Should have been more
yeah,
prepared.
we were up for a little bit and like we were just listening to music or whatever and then
Yeah.
went to sleep. We didn't even see sunrise. Oh, I didn't. You guys did, right?
Kind
Dude.
of. Kind of.
We slept like what, 2-3 hours,
If
Yeah.
that.
and then we're like, okay, let's go. So
Yeah,
we
we
leave.
woke
We stopped
up
at
6, 7 in the morning.
McDonald's,
Yeah, it's for like, yeah, we
And
stopped by
then-
McDonald's.
and then as we got
close,
closer, you guys were like, let's go play golf.
Yeah, that was
I've
our
never
first.
played.
That was our first time
before.
playing Golf Journey. Was that our first time playing golf together? I think it was.
I think it was.
Yeah.
And it was my first time ever.
Yeah, it was your first time.
That was like my introduction to golf.
Yeah.
Low-key, I wasn't that bad.
But that was like our first outing.
Little adventure.
Yeah, because it was, other than that, like we went to Disneyland a couple times, but it was like for a couple hours and it wasn't anything like beyond that. But that's how we all met. And then from there, like fucking quarantine hit.
Yeah.
And I think that's when we actually started going out a lot. Like,
yeah, we're like
every week we were like going to eat or like playing golf.
Yeah.
Or where else did we go? Disneyland. Oh, that was before quarantine, but
Gary's house.
We just started like basically mostly like going out to eat.
Yeah.
And like just kicking it somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's all there is to do, though.
Yeah,
like,
for a while.
Especially those early stages of quarantine.
Every time, ice cream.
Ice cream after, yeah.
After.
Always.
Yeah.
Straight mud butt.
Mud butt is always.
Hashtag mud butt.
Hashtag.
But yeah, that's when we actually started like actually hanging out.
So what are the plans after quarantine?
I mean, we're still kind of in it, right?
Heck.
What stage are we in? Like 3?
Fuck that.
Depends where you are in California.
Really?
We're in LA
No.
County, so what are the last ones?
Well, I'm borderline Orange County.
I heard
you're the last
like
one.
I heard like Riverside County is already like almost to like reopening their stuff.
Really?
Yeah, because they only had like 100 and something cases or whatever. We have like 700 new cases yesterday, bro.
Yeah. Lakers fans fucked it all up. We're gonna be stuck in this shit.
We're not going into that on this.
All right, so like, what's one thing that you learned about yourself during quarantine? Oh, well, not about yourself, but like one thing that you learned, like one thing that you realized during quarantine.
You guys are my only friends. I'm kidding.
Dead ass.
Loser.
Dead ass.
Dead ass. Nah, yeah, it makes sense because like when we fucking can't hang out, she'll get all pissed or whatever. But when it's
Dead
fucking
ass.
you can tell when Priscilla has plans because fucking no
On
snap,
red.
no text, no
On
nothing,
red.
bro. It's like crickets.
Next
No.
morning.
Fucking crickets.
Next morning, what are you guys doing?
What are you guys doing? I'm bored. It's like, well, shit,
Straight
I'm
up.
busy.
Yeah, straight up. She always
Yeah.
just says,
She's like,
I'm
whack.
bored.
She's like, whack. Where you at? So that shit's funny though. But
Don't act like you don't even get mad when I'm busy. Like,
bro, I maybe asked you to chill maybe like once or twice.
get out of here! You're such a liar.
when quarantine first started, yeah, maybe.
Low-key, I feel like quarantine developed our friendship a lot.
Yeah, because we were more in communication with each other.
Yeah.
And that's how this
sure.
whole idea
No,
sparked.
and then like it's not that like you didn't have other people to hang out with, but it's just like we kind of all have like the same like likes.
Vibe. Yeah.
Like we don't need much to like have
No.
a good time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we can literally like just go have tacos or whatever and just kick it in the parking lot for like an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
Which
feel
we
like
always do.
everyone has those friends. It's like you have friend groups.
Yeah.
You don't just have the
Yeah.
same friends.
Yeah.
Or like we could just fucking like go eat and then just go like randomly go to a bowling alley or like something like that, you know?
Yeah, we always do some random shit.
Like
Yeah.
last minute adventures.
But like it doesn't take what I'm trying to say, I guess, is like it doesn't take a lot of planning. Like
Nope.
No.
you know when you go out with other people, like it takes like a whole like week of
like,
planning.
oh, what
like,
are you
for one
doing?
day.
What time?
Yeah. But for us,
Where
it's
we
like, hey, like
going?
we'll literally like go in the group chat, like, hey, what's the move? Where we're going?
Yeah.
And then like one of us will reply, hey, like let's go get ramen or let's go get like Korean barbecue or something.
And then
And
after
then
we
we'll be
get
like,
ice cream, and then
And from there, like we'll just start like,
yeah, it just
Doing
keeps
all right,
building
what's
up.
next? Where we going
Yeah.
next? Yeah.
And then we always meet up usually by my house. We take one car, which is usually I drive most of the time.
I think I've
But-
driven once.
But
I don't
we
think I've
come,
driven ever.
but then we come back to my house and we just chill in the middle of the street
And
Yeah,
talk.
and wake up all the neighbors
for like
and
3
shit.
hours in the middle of the night,
and
then
just
we're like,
fucking like
should we go inside of your house?
yeah, and we'll just
After
talk
3
shit.
hours?
3 hours of being in the middle of the street, all cold. And
I
like,
know we're all freezing and shit.
do you want to go inside? Like all cold.
build a Nah, but no, yeah. Like, what's one thing that you like learn? All right, you said like you don't have a lot of friends.
No, dick. I was being serious.
That's what you said, bro.
Yeah, that's what you said.
All right.
Yeah, but that's not
All
my
right. So
final
what's one thing
statement.
that you
What is it
like,
then?
I'll go first. Then.
You go first.
One thing, like, I will go back to like not having to plan like your day or whatever. Like, I learned that, like, you can have fun like doing simple shit.
Yeah.
And, like once everything's shut down, like I get it. Like you might not be able to do some of the things that you like to do, like go to a movie theater or go to Disneyland or whatever. But like we had a lot of like fun nights, like not really doing anything.
And during quarantine, like full blown quarantine.
Like full blown quarantine, like we had to eat outside, we had to eat in the car or whatever,
or even takeout. Like we were having full blown like fun, even when we couldn't even sit outside.
Yeah,
it was like takeout.
Everything's just like to go only.
Yeah,
but like I feel like what it taught me is like you can have fun doing simple shit if it's like with the right people. You
Correct.
know what I mean?
Oh,
This mainly Gary, because
screw you.
this shit was lit when it was like us three, and it was just like me and you, or like this shit was like, all right. No, I'm just kidding.
Can you like disconnect me right now?
We'll be right back, you guys.
Because hanging out with Priscilla, you need like,
No,
those restaurants that have like $3 signs.
Bro, yeah, that's a
Stupid.
yeah, because like
No.
Priscilla's fucking bougie as hell, dude. Like,
My
I might just
want
wanna-
to.
I just
My
might-
sister's bougie. I'm like a low key.
You're, like,
toned down
borderline.
I might want to
bougie.
just hit up like a local like taco spot, right?
Yeah.
And
Dick.
like normally me and Gary would be like, all right, cool, like let's go.
Who cares? Mud butter, who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Priscilla's like, nah, like looking through Yelp and like if the pictures are not hitting, like
Nah, yeah.
nah, it's a no.
It's because the sauce is not that great.
Yeah.
Nah,
You
the
know
tortillas
what?
are not handmade.
Let's go to like this spot in like downtown LA or whatever. I'm like, bro, like
It's a vibe.
If it's not Javier's, it's not.
it's just like it's too much. Bro. It's like relax.
Hey,
Relax.
we've had our Keen Taco run.
A couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think King Taco is probably like the most ratchet
That you've
spot
gone.
that you actually eat.
Stupid.
In-N-Out.
No.
In-N-Out.
Dude, we've gone to like little food trucks before.
One. And that was like, it was a fucking Benihana. Like a food
Yeah, it was
truck,
the
bro.
Benihana food truck.
Yeah.
It was like $20.
It was like a
bowl.
filet mignon with like kimchi rice and shit. $25 plate.
Yeah,
I did
for each
get filling
person.
meals.
We spent $75 at a food truck.
Yeah.
Dang, that was the night I got followed too.
That's another story.
that's-
for
that's
another
another
time.
story.
Another story.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
That'll be on the 100th episode. Priscilla's stalker
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
But nah, that's what I learned is that like, yeah, it's fucked up that shit closes or whatever. You can't do much, but like you don't really need that much.
Yeah.
You know? Luckily, like we picked up on golf.
Yeah, yeah.
So like that helped us out a lot because we were like hitting golf courses, and you too. Like
Yeah.
you started like picking up
Mhm.
on golf. And
I got
stuff.
my own golf clubs.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
Offer
went one
up.
time and then she
She
came
went
back
once. Yeah,
full blown suit,
yeah, fucking like,
skirt.
yeah,
My
matching
skirt.
skirt with her like visor hat and shit.
And my shoes.
Fucking extra as hell.
Se-
Dude.
Second hole.
Adidas. Sponsor
But-
me.
That's what I learned is that you don't really need much, because as long as you don't fucking stay home, dude. When I was staying home, like during quarantine, I was going crazy. I was in my feelings and shit.
Yeah, the thing is that you guys are extroverts.
Yeah, dude.
I'm an
think
introvert.
I think that's just what I learned more is that I'm definitely not an introvert. Like
I feel
I'm
like
just
I am
like-
an introvert, but at the same time, I think it's like the mood that you're in. Because at that time, like I was still like going through a lot of shit mentally.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So like I actually was looking forward to that time. Like I was looking forward to like spring, summertime, to like go out and like
Yeah.
you know do fun shit. Which we still did fun shit, but it was just like it just changed the like what you were like
I
the
just-
direction.
I don't know. I can't be home. And my mom knows that because I was going out like before quarantine every week. I feel like sometimes I wouldn't even see my family because I was going out so much. Even with you guys, I
Yeah.
wouldn't go home.
Yeah, I feel like I could stay
Like-
home, but only up until a certain point. Like I don't know.
I love the movie.
After a while, it's just like all right, I need to go and like I don't know, interact with humans.
Honestly, for me, like through quarantine, as soon as everything got taken away, I guess it was, I'm gonna go along the lines of what you said. Like, you need to appreciate the little things. Like, I didn't realize how much I appreciated going to the movies. Like, dude, I was there every weekend pretty much, or even just going to sit down in a restaurant and having someone take your order without a mask, without like all this, you know, protocol and everything. So when all of that got taken away, you can't even go to a restaurant normally. You have to Google to see if they're even open.
Mm-hmm.
And then it sucks that a lot of restaurants did close down, like people's favorite restaurants. I think throughout this whole period of time, just really appreciating everything. That's my thing.
That was yours.
Yeah, appreciate every little thing.
And I feel like you have to take care of like your mental health. I think is a big one.
Yeah.
Because if you just depend, like if for all those people like depend on other people to like make them happy or whatever, or like go out or go to clubs or whatever like they're into, that's like distracting them. Once all that shit goes away, like you're left.
Extroverts were having a hard time in the beginning. So for me, like a super introvert, but I can spend time by myself. I've gone to the movies by myself. I've had dinner by myself. Like I can have fun by myself. So it didn't really matter. It got to a point where I was working and being in my same spot where it started taking a toll on me, because the whole drive home when I would go from work to home was my de-stress when I was bumping music. And then every time I would drive and listen to music as a creative, I would think of videos, photo shoots, stuff like that I wanted to do. And I couldn't do that while I was in the same spot. Like I would finish work and then I'll be like, then what? I'm going to sit here for another 6 hours. So like I didn't have that mental spot because I was in my same space. After a while, that's where it started taking a toll on me. But then what I started learning also is the people that you have in your life is you cherish those moments with those people.
Yeah.
And also you started realizing, I know everyone's going through their own thing, but you start realizing who really matters in your life as well. That and who's only there to have you for entertainment of your life.
For sure.
Like they will just hit you up when they need something.
Yeah.
Not as in like money or like favors, but your time, which is still valuable, but that's the only time they will hit you up is because they're bored and you're like second, third, fourth option.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that. So it was like, and also like your family. Like I've noticed I would stay busy and I will hardly spend a lot of time with my family.
That's another big one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I felt like this quarantine has brought me a lot closer to like my family.
Yeah.
Same here. Dude, we were doing like family dinners Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
Like all
Like, there would
day.
be times where I would go the day and like I maybe said like a couple words to like my parents.
You're just
Yeah.
like, hey, what's up?
And like quarantine, like I was actually like sitting down, like we'd be like watching TV together. Like I haven't done that with my
Dude,
parents.
there'd be
in
days
years.
that I wouldn't see my sister because she was like working and like
Yeah.
our schedules were off.
Yeah.
But
That's
as soon as they
that's a
hit,
big
like
one.
you got to invest so much
Yeah.
more time with your family.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of people have realized on this quarantine is family time.
For sure.
And like even your highest paying jobs, like didn't really matter at a certain point. Yeah, like they pay your bills and stuff like that, but those same people were on the same level as everyone else
Yeah.
during quarantine. Like,
Yeah.
they were-
Everybody was suffering the same.
yeah, they were still at home. They couldn't do anything.
Mhm.
Yeah, sometimes they were getting paid more on their bank accounts than a lot of people, but to a certain point where their jobs can disappear as well.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of people started seeing the loyalty also of their jobs, that there's not much loyalty in a lot of like corporations and stuff like that. So everyone started realizing that they wanted to do something for themselves this quarantine. That you see a lot of people being entrepreneurs and starting their own businesses now.
A lot of people. Yeah.
A lot of people. And yeah, it's just crazy. It's gonna be cool because then everyone wants to be their own boss and the corporate jobs have to come somewhat, what I'm trying to say, like pretty much bring down their expectations of people to try to like withhold them into their companies.
Because a lot of people start realizing like I could just do this myself. Like I could start a business myself, you know. And I feel like it took quarantine to like people actually like get up and like just start doing it.
Yeah.
Like I probably would have never agreed to like do a podcast if like quarantine didn't happen. Cause I'll just be like, oh no, I'm too busy or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Like your life is just like always.
I mean, low key have been busy and we finally.
But you guys you barely started taking this seriously like a month ago.
I know. I'm kidding.
No, I agree. Because a lot of things that we don't want to stop whatever momentum that we have or whatever times that we're having. And then once you start hanging out with a certain group of people, you just keep
Yeah.
adding on to that,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what the situation is. So I think that's what slowed down everyone and press the reset button, which I see the bad side and the good side of it, but
Yeah,
I think
there's
there's
a lot
more
of pros and cons to this whole thing.
I think there's a bit more pros than anything because people are starting to realize what is important in their life
Yeah.
and trying to pretty much erase the people and the things that don't matter to them anymore. But
Yeah, this year was like a whole mental test.
yeah,
It was. It started off bad. This year started.
yeah,
I feel like I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I've started to like talk to people that I hadn't talked to in a long time, like during quarantine. Whether it's like them reaching out to you or you reaching out to them, or like I don't know. It's just weird, dude. Like this whole quarantine is just like weird. I feel like a lot of people realize certain things, or I just feel like
attracting the same energy though.
Yeah, like attracting energy.
Like you can kind of before even hitting them up, you kind of feel some type of energy.
Yeah.
And what's going on in their life that
Yeah.
you somewhat just reach out to a random person that you haven't reached out in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of know what
it's like
is going on.
Intuition
Yeah.
just hit.
And it's crazy because now you have the time to really like take it in and like realize, like think about what's happening. Before it was like you're always on the run, like your day is just crazy. So you don't really think anything of it. But now like somebody reaches out to you that you hadn't talked to in a long time, you just start thinking like, damn, like you just start thinking about everything.
Yeah, the thing is that we're not having so many small conversations anymore.
Yeah.
Like random conversations just go super deep.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh shit.
I'm deep.
I'm deep.
Yeah, Priscilla's over there sending novels and shit through text.
Hey, when it vibes, it vibes.
Yeah.
Vibing.
It's vibing. It's a vibe. But
I feel like things are kind of transitioning now. Like it feels like we're going in a good direction.
yeah, no, I feel like it's a really like messed up time,
Yeah.
socially and like economically, like it's messed up.
Yeah.
But like
People's
personally,
mindsets.
people's mindsets and like mental health and like I feel like it's gotten a lot better because I feel like people just lost touch of like humans, dude. Like human interaction was just so messed up.
Just reality in general.
Yeah.
Like nothing can happen.
Everything's so like social media based. So it's crazy too because a lot of like influencers, you know, they go on these trips, like marketing and everything that got cut. So it's like you weren't really seeing a lot of things on social media get posted because people were home.
Yeah.
Like, people weren't doing anything. So it's like, what's there to post?
Everyone became a fitness trainer.
Yeah.
It's like this whole wave of trends. It's like
I think it's dope though. Especially like even people that like start their own businesses, like whether it's like meal prepping or like whatever, like whatever their passion is or whatever their interests are.
People found little hobbies to
Yeah.
turn into careers.
And like I think that's dope.
No, I
think
agree.
that's really dope. Cause like they wouldn't have done that, like, you know,
if it weren't for this.
if it wasn't for like the whole world slowing down.
I think a lot of it for a lot of people paid off debts.
Yeah.
A lot of people saved money, so they were able to take the chance. I think from working from home, a lot of people had more time.
Yeah.
To invest in their ideas or businesses that they had. Like us three would always talk about things to start, like not just even this podcast. We've had other ideas that we have.
And we'll get to them.
Yeah,
I'm kind of mad that we still haven't started like our clothing brand. I could be wearing our shirts all summer. Instead of buying fucking
coming this summer,
$60 Supreme shirts and shit.
Hey, hoodie season's coming, so if y'all want to get our merch,
I'm saying, I want to do it.
Oh yeah,
we just have to sit down and actually do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we have ideas that we want to do, but yeah,
I'm sure we'll turn them into like solid.
Yeah, but I think it's dope, like when people actually like get up and like start doing things that they want to do, like whatever it is.
Like I'm honestly proud that we're actually here right now.
I know.
Yeah.
Like it took us
months. Even setting this thing up.
Yeah, it was such a freaking mission.
And we still weren't really prepared. Like
we're still not prepared. We're still going. I think for a whole month, This is the problem with starting your own company, and I think that even with myself as a creative and a lot of people is we get stuck with what is it going to be the name of our company, or our brand, or our podcast in this case.
You just have to fucking start.
Like we're trying to find all the little details and like
just do it. Like just start doing it.
Like a lot of people try to start and just start posting or whatever until things are perfect. I have a fault in that as well, but but the thing is, a lot of people who already start and you start seeing their work and you're like, I could have done that already, but they didn't care. They just started.
They just started it.
Yeah, they didn't wait for anyone.
Yeah, they didn't wait for anyone.
I think like if it's like a perfectionist thing, because I'm like that too. Like I don't want to do something unless it's like it looks perfect, like it's like structured well. But like you fault yourself for that because at the end of the day, like it's not going to be perfect, and that's going to stop you from starting it.
There's no growth. People like to see your growth.
Like you start somewhere and just like build from there. Like just as ideas start coming along, and like you seeing your product or whatever it is out there, you're like, all right, I'm going to change this for the next time. And then from there, like
it just happens.
It just starts happening. It's like the ball just keeps rolling. But that's basically what this episode is.
Yeah.
Just our ball.
Just so you guys know, all they had planned was
we wrote a note.
We wrote notes. Each other.
Yeah, we wrote notes.
I thought that you guys had this whole fucking outline.
It's funny because like on our notes we have like, you know, a bunch of stuff, but obviously like that's not going to be into one episode.
All right, so what do you guys want to like? What do you guys want this podcast to like consist of?
For me, as like a listener of other podcasts, I enjoy just life channels per se. Like just talk about anything.
Like real life shit.
Because it's relatable to me, like, oh shoot, I went through that, or like, you know what I mean? I like to connect with people and then feel like, oh, that's my homie in a way. So I would want for whoever listens to us to feel that way with us, like to kind of be part of our friend group.
Yeah, I just want it to be like natural too, like you said, like be relatable. You know, like talk about shit that happened in our day or like an event or whatever that we went through or whatever. Because I feel like that's what attracts people to like listen. Like people like to like hear and like watch other people's lives, as weird as it is.
Dang, that happened to me the other day.
Like sometimes I'll just come across like just a random like vlog of like this random vlogger on like YouTube, and then I'll just start watching like 4 or 5 of their videos.
You go down the rabbit hole.
Because you like that,
and it's like literally about nothing. Like they're just like doing shit that we do. Like they'll go eat or whatever. They'll go to the beach, but they're like recording themselves. Mm-hmm. And like you just fall into this rabbit hole, like you just start like watching all their shit. I feel like I wouldn't do that if it was like someone that was not relatable. Like let's say they were like living this luxurious life. Maybe it'll be cool to watch like an episode or 2. But like after a while, it's like, all right,
whatever.
Like bro, I'm never gonna have fucking $3,000 to like spend the night at.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't say never.
Not never, but I mean, you know what I mean, like.
No, yeah, it comes to a point where someone brings you into your life.
It's like unrealistic.
Yeah, or they think they're somewhat a part of your crew. Yeah. And I think we've done that a lot with a lot of people that have come into our circles of us 3 because we're so chill.
Yeah.
And we're not about, well, Priscilla's on the hand.
What the heck? No.
But yeah.
It's like when we were at Starbucks the other day and my sister's like, hey, where's your other person? What do you call yourself? The OVO? And I was like, GVO.
The OVO, yeah.
I was like, no, the GVO.
GVO, yeah.
Good vibes only, guys.
Good vibes only, yeah. So we started a whole GVO bash in the summers.
But see, like her alone, like she already kind of branded us like, you guys are the homies. Like she always says, you never invite me to hang out with you and your friends. So we're inviting you through this podcast.
Bro, but do you ever like worry that like, because obviously it's 2 guys and a girl, right? Mm-hmm. Like I know, like for guys, like for girls that come into our lives or whatever, it's like a weird thing, you know, that we're like friends with the girl.
It all depends because it's how open you are from the start.
Yeah, but I feel like you can be as open as possible. Like, hey, like this is the.
But that's the girl insecurities then.
I know, but can you really fault them? Because I thought about that too. Because let's say like it was the other way around, right? Let's say like my girl was like told me that she's starting this podcast with like 2 guys.
But was she already friends with them before? Like, did you already
let's
know
say
that
yes.
fact?
Like, let's say like let's say I don't know the two guys, right? But like, let's say like I start dating this girl and like she told me, hey, like I'm gonna start this podcast with two guys, and I don't know them, but she just told me like we've been friends for a few months. Like it's gonna be about a year. I might just like naturally just start thinking like, all right, like you had to have some type of romantic relationship, right? Because that's just like where your human mind goes. I feel like
I don't know, since
for a girl, if I think more for girls, but for like, I don't know, like, do you ever worry like?
for me is different to think about it because since high school, my best friend has been a girl. Since traveling when I quit when we were working together, I travel with my best friend, and she's a girl as well. So it's like it's kind of I relate in a different way, where I think different, but I can see where other people might look at it different because for the longest time, and even till this day, I still get a lot of things from my friend who I travel with possibly what we're going to have on this podcast, that if we ever dated together, like we dated each other, like how can you guys travel for 4 months? And
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I mean. Like those are the challenges that you face as a guy. Having a friend that's a girl.
Her as well. But at a certain point, is like we know that we didn't, and the friendship that we don't give a fuck. To a point where, if there's no trust between you and the other person, that they don't trust you, like, oh, a guy just started a podcast with two guys, or vice versa. Like, end of the day, a relationship is about trust. So if there's no trust, then there's no point. Like, why are you going to be jealous the whole time of your whole relationship, even regardless of starting a podcast or not? But yeah, I just think it's how open you are and how much trust that person has. Because if you're already showing that you're insecure without you showing anything of not trusting each other, then that's kind of a red flag.
But what if it's not a really like a trust issue? What if it's just like
what it is? Because it's a trust issue of insecurity in yourself. Because at that point is, why are you not trusting that other person? What have you shown that person to not trust you to go do whatever you need to do?
I don't know. I just feel like you can trust somebody, but still feel like insecure in a way.
But that's you putting your past on that person.
Yeah, I think that's true too.
Yeah,
because that's you not moving on from your past.
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with how they feel about that situation.
Because, okay, for example, like this whole podcast, we're literally recording everything we're saying. Like,
correct.
We're on camera. Like, you know what I mean? It's a friend group. Mm-hmm. And even without doing this podcast, if you're already friends with that person, like.
Dude, even like our Palm Springs trip, like, obviously I was posting everybody, right?
Yeah.
But like, even like when I would post like Priscilla, or like different times where I would post Priscilla, like, I don't know how many messages like I got, like, thinking that she was like my girl or whatever.
Damn.
And it's just like, bro, like, just because I post, like, just because it, like, the dynamic is a girl and a guy, like, people just automatically tie you together, which I don't really care because me and her know the truth.
No,
like,
that's like what I was
never
saying.
had anything even close.
That's what I was saying. Like, that's what I was saying about that you and that person know. So it shouldn't even matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's if you are dating someone, it's how open you are and them trusting you. Because if they're not trusting you right off the bat and you didn't do anything or anything in the relationship where
it's gonna be in anything.
Yeah, it's that person or you bringing your past into that same relationship, that it doesn't even matter if it's a podcast or you having a friend as a girl. You just looking at another girl might just trigger some shit.
Yeah,
because you're bringing your past into that relationship. Like, you shouldn't be in a relationship where you can't trust each other, because that's what, end of the day, that's what a relationship is. Because like, why are you gonna be pissed off? Like, she can't hang out with her friends because you're gonna be hanging out with your boys, but the whole time you're gonna be on the phone trying to check up. That's not right either. That's not healthy.
I feel like we're going into a whole new segment that we could totally do for like another episode.
We are.
That's just a random thought
that I was thinking about.
Random thought
of the day.
Yeah. So should we wrap it up there, or what are you looking forward to doing for this podcast?
I just want to, like, I don't know. What I'm looking forward to personally is just like having like one day, not even one day, just like maybe a couple hours out of the week, just to like sit down and just talk
Vent.
about shit.
Vent.
You know what I mean?
Almost like vent.
Like just talk about like anything.
This is like our therapy session.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of times, like, I mean, I obviously work a full-time job, and like you're so like all day is based from the time that you wake up to like almost like the evening. It's always like your mind is just so like work. You're like, you don't really have the time to like distress or like talk about stuff that happened or the stuff that's happening in your brain, like personal stuff.
I agree, because I work full time as well, and to a point where I go from full time to hanging out with people, but then I am exhausted and distressing myself with that person.
Yeah.
That at a certain point, I always feel like I'm sluggish around that person and I'm not giving my full energy.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I feel bad for it as well, because for me, I value more time than money. I value people's time. Like, if you tell me you're going to be here at a certain time, I'll be there. I care about people's time. Like, you can jack money from me, I can somewhat get that back, but I can't get my time back.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, with this podcast, I want to have full-blown conversations that I've had in my mind, because most of the time I do it on my creative side and write. But then I also want to have guests over to dig into different topics as well.
Mm-hmm. And also get different opinions.
Different perspectives, different opinions.
Because we're kind of all alike, us three. Similar thoughts. That's why we vibe so much. It's like different opinions to throw.
Yeah, I just want to talk about random shit.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like, I want to have like some structure.
Correct. Yeah, we're gonna have like some
structure, like just topic, like
like this is the main topic for this episode or whatever. But I feel like we're just pretty much recording and bringing people into our friend circle.
Yeah, we'll see where
whoever fucks with it. Cool.
Yeah.
If
whoever
not,
doesn't,
it's cool too.
Skirt out.
Skirt.
So, are we gonna be wrapping this up?
What does your bracelet say?
There's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit that I It's an abbreviation.
What?
WAP.
No.
A WAP on my wrist.
I feel dumb over here. I'm like,
bro, I explained this to you already.
What is it? HWLF?
H, yeah. You know, like that bracelet, like what would Jesus do?
Yeah, that's why I'm over here like,
so this is like the response to it. So it's he would love first. Forever, not forever. There's some people that you just can't love forever, dude. Yeah.
We're not going into that. You crying? No.
No, do you ever think like how crazy it is? No, I'm just gonna say
go ahead.
No, because all right, I'm just gonna put this out there and we'll talk about this on the next one.
Okay.
But like,
go.
Don't
comment.
you think like how drop a comment if you like this topic so we can talk about it. And hit the thumbs down if you don't want to talk about it. But like, don't you think like how crazy it is? Like you can like love somebody for like a long time, right? I can't do it, but I know like it's a common thing. Like people are in love with each other, or you can love somebody for a long time, and then like the moment that you don't have, I feel like the moment that you're not loving them anymore, like they just like flip on you and like just hate you, like hate everything about you. Like I don't,
damn.
You know what I mean? Like how is that? Like how can you do that?
Yeah, I get you.
Like I don't understand how people will like.
Homie's gonna mic drop this conversation right at the
brand
end.
New mic drop.
Brand new mic.
I just think that it's crazy because people literally like have no issue doing that.
I agree.
And I just feel like for me,
just turn cold quick.
Like cold as fuck. But like for me, like you may not be in love with that person like romantically or whatever, but I just feel like for me, if I ever love somebody, like I'm always gonna have like that respect, like that respect aspect. And I'm never gonna want to like disrupt their life or like cause like any type of harm. Like
I have so much to say about this, but
yeah. But that's just the introduction, you guys.
That's just an introduction. He's gonna
like,
just
comment, subscribe.
He's gonna leave that.
I was gonna leave that there.
He's gonna leave that bomb and just walk away.
I was just gonna leave that topic there, and we'll talk about it on episode 2. But
yeah.
We'll leave it there, you guys.
Okay.
Like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below what day of the week you want us to record.
And who's your favorite so far?
Me, no cap.
No cap.
All right, comment down below if you want me to sit in that chair.
No.
Because I don't like this angle of me. I just don't.
He said he doesn't like his left side, but then he said he doesn't like his right side.
I like my right side more than my left side.
All right.
But
Okay,
I like
then you
I like
guys will
my
be on
face more
opposite.
than my.
All right.
side.
Well,
I
next,
don't like your face, so.
so next episode we'll switch. It's because there's a balance right here.
All right,
There's
we're
two
gonna
guys.
we're gonna experiment. We're gonna try every position.
God damn.
Pause. Pause.
Pause. Hard.
We should just cut it, bro. It's just
Cut it.
episode 2 coming soon.
Episode
Let's
2.
go.
Checking out.
Yeah, yeah.
Peace out.
Bye.
Deuces.